pretty excited, you guys. We had an amazing sweet potato harvest. I harvested even more fresh thyme from the garden yesterday, and I've got some backstrap defrosting in the sink from our most recent buck hunt that Hector got not too long ago. I think some of you may have seen my story with that post. I've had such a long day. It's been wonderful. It started off very early, tending to my dogs who have recently had surgery, and they are just so rambunctious. They keep on opening their stitches. So I've been giving them medicine, keeping them calm, putting them in their crate. I also went and stayed with 5 children this morning for about 3.5 hours, whose mama just had another baby, and so I was at their home with them, taking care of them, fed them snacks, and prepared them for lunch while my relief came. Then I came home and made some lunch for my family, vacuumed, and was out again to run some very important errands that had actual appointment times. But now I'm home, and I feel so relieved to be home. As wonderful of a day as it's been, I just want to be in my kitchen and make a delicious homemade meal. So I thought it'd be fun to ask you guys to join me. We're making some venison backstrap, some sweet potatoes. I'm gonna do something with this thyme. You see the butter in the pan, the backstrap's going in there, and I'll probably go and gather some kale and spinach from the garden as our vegetable side. Keep the backstrap very simple, literally just all that butter, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and I'm gonna add some onions to caramelize alongside that. I'm gonna get my other cast iron going with butter, throw in the sweet potatoes with a little bit of thyme and salt and pepper, and then go out to the garden to get our greens. I think those sweet potatoes need a little fresh garlic. I got this from Azure Standard in bulk. I get 5 pounds. No, I get about 1 pound of garlic bulbs every month. And I actually planted a bunch of garlic, so I'm hoping that it does what it's supposed to do and we'll be able to harvest it in the spring. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I order my organic garlic from Azure Standard. The onions that I use tonight are also from Azure Standard. I used to make my butter, but when I discovered Aldi's grass-fed butter for just a little more than $3, I did the math and it was cheaper to buy that. But now with prices going up on food, I've actually been meaning to do the math and see if it's cheaper for me to go back to making our butter. But with the exception of this garlic, the onion, and the butter, everything we're eating is from our garden or our land. Let's go to the garden and get some kale and spinach. I'm probably going to gather as much as I can and then put it in with the sweet potatoes when they're done, when they're nice and tender, so that the greens will just wilt in there with it and it will be like a full veggie dish alongside the breakfast. Nearing 6 o'clock, so the chickens are gravitating towards their home. They always take their time, slowly scratching until they're all right in front of the coop, and then they just hop in when it's dark. It's amazing. So far they've been very good girls and they all go to bed on time. I totally left my basket inside. Oh well. Ha! There's a chicken at the garden. I think she has been the first one to discover the garden, and the dogs didn't know I was coming around the back. Hi, babies! Look at them with their crazy cones. Hi! We did a major cleanup here the other day. We uprooted all of the dead green beans. We've uprooted all of the dead sunflowers. We've got a few carrots that are looking kind of sad. I don't know if I killed it when I pushed it deeper into the soil because it was poking out too much. Our spinach, this is the only spinach. I think somebody may have started pecking my kale. I got quite a bit this morning from this plant and made some eggs Florentine, but it looks like that chicken may have been pecking at it. This was all sweet potatoes. I'll show you the full basket when I go back inside. There's still a little thyme coming in. And that's the compost bed. I gotta pile some leaves on top. And here's some more carrots, which are still needing a little more time. And some more kale and Swiss chard. I may just grab what I've got here, do a big blend of greens. I think I've got enough with the kale, so I'm gonna leave the spinach for maybe breakfast or lunch tomorrow. I can, I make an entire meal in one skillet. If I can't, then I try for two. I don't like to do 3 and 4 pots. Just less dishes, easier, quicker meals to throw together. They don't seem thrown together, but they are. So it's really easy on me, really delicious for the family. So tonight, of course, I'm using 2 for the veggies in one and the meat in the other, but I'll only have my 2 cast irons to clean at the end of dinner, and hopefully everyone will be very pleased with the meal. Spending all those hours this morning with those little children from 8 years old and down to 1 reminded me of those little years. I knew I loved those years. They are so special, and this is why. The children are so innocent and they're so wholesome, and everything is so magical to them, and they love books and more books and more books and going outside and just talking about the simplest things. And I just love the time I got to spend with those little children today. It reminded me of how fast those years go by and how much I want to encourage you to not let the physical, laborious, exhausting part of it blind you from the beauty of it. It is such a sweet season that you will not get back. Our days and nights are so different now, with my boys being 12 and 13. They are wonderful children, but we are not in that little innocent, wholesome phase anymore. They've got their own interests. They run off and do their own things. You guys see me alone in my videos quite often. It's because my boys have their things that they're doing and they're having a great time, and I'm very happy for them. But I have to bring people together to keep it going, because it's not like it was when they were little, just piling books on the sofa, begging me to read all day. And so those little sweet children that you have, the little young wonder years, it's just beautiful. I got to rock a 1-year-old and she just slowly dozed off in my arms, and then I took her to her crib and she stirred a little bit and I just caressed her little head until she stayed still again, and then I knew she's a goner. So I walked out, and I just can't believe how fast those years go by. So cherish them, enjoy them, and don't take them for granted. Time for time. went in to serve the family and sit and enjoy a delicious meal together. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it inspires you to cook delicious food that doesn't have to be overly complicated. God bless you guys. See you next time.